So you want to get the sword on. So you do this, right? You come here. You get whatever angle. You got to hold R2. Maybe there's like a specific flick you can do. Maybe even a visual cue where you can say, okay, look, his feet are on this specific tile. Maybe not. Maybe not. What if you go... One day with this run's going to be crazy enough where you don't even set it up. You simply dash into it. You're like this. And then you click to map and it picks the rune up. Like, that is a thing you can do. I bet if you aimed at it and then spam dashes, you could probably set it up. Imagine if it was that conveniently lined up. Imagine if it was. You can see a faint tile where I do it. Point it out to me. Let me know. I'll get set up here. So here we are. What we're looking for. I'm against the wall. As far as forward as I can go. We got some squares on the floor. We can use any angle we want, really. Normal camera angle and you're drawing a screenshot? Sure. She wanted to draw it? Sure. This is the guy. This is him. That's probably the best way to convey it, yeah, because I can't, like, point at it. Although, what I could do, real quick. If I go to properties... Oh, can you not capture cursor? Can you not do that? Guess not. What you want is like a red dot image that you drag into OBS, and then you could drag it around and position it in places. In any case, if you're setting this up, you want it to be as simple as possible, that's for sure. You want it to be the least amount of possible effort. And like Crash's old setup where you go in the corner and then you tap right and then you get all camera lined up. And I've seen him, like, if he doesn't get it lined up, he goes and starts the whole process again. Yeah, it turns out you don't have to do that. But maybe even my setup is too convoluted. Maybe we don't have to do all the things we do. Faint parallel lines? Oh, did you send me the screenshot? Let's take a look. He's taking the look. You sent me some messages. Okay. Let's get that full screen. See what that is. So... Okay. So you're saying like that square right there? Like, put his foot on that? That's... Is that what you're trying to tell me? Or is it like you want to backstep until... That'd be too far, isn't it? That'd be too far. I don't know. Explain some more, please. Faint parallel lines. Like, I can see that, yeah. I can see, like, his foot's kind of on it there. It's the tip of his foot's touching it. It's hard over text. Yeah, me too. Wait, what? I mean, theoretically, you can line it up there. But that's like a dangerous game, I think. Unless you had a better angle. If you come in with a better angle, maybe you could do that. Like get him there and then say, okay, that's it. And it is, in fairness it is, that is it. Do the smuggle, you clip it, and then we watch it? Yeah, sure. Well, he did just do it. He's got... Hold on, look at all this. That's funny. Well, he's been practicing something else. He's got every rune. Theoretically, you could do that. You could go smuggle every rune and have them all in your inventory at the same time if you wanted to. So now I'm leaving. I shouldn't have any. Okay, then go ahead and clip this. Wait, I gotta check. I ain't got them. Go ahead and clip this. Don't clip that one. That one was bad. Don't clip that one either, because he sucks. Almost. I got the back steps right. I did enough back steps, but I didn't press the thing. Hey, this one. Watch this. Okay, that got it. I paused pretty late. I didn't really backstep a lot. You can clip that one. Can't say it's like the best one to clip ever. Wasn't really a traditional one. I'll do another one in case you want to get that too. Like 1 backstep, 2 scam. Let's go again. It's definitely to do with the controller sensitivity on the sticks. 1 backstep. It always used to be on PS4 you'd go 1, 2. But it seems like on 2 you get it here. Maybe you've only got to do 1 on PS5. Let's try doing 1 singular backstep. Okay, that's not close. Nah. True, Oxton. Back to the crypts, back to the museum. Maybe we gotta get a D-pad set up in there as well. The Rune Smuggle TM. That's gonna be one to look at. Let's study that then. Let's see where his feet are. Put it in 1080p so I can actually see. After he backsteps, I mean, it's like, you can't really... He hardly even moved. And therefore, like, visual cues wise, how would you even... It's the tiniest of steps. Surely, like, there's another move that would knock us back further and be better than this? What if we jump slash, you know? What if we do that instead? Oh wait, hold on. Is it 2 jump slashes from the wall that straight up gives you it? Hold on, that might be the way. Hold on. So I'm against the wall. Circle X. Circle X. Hold on. Let's prove this. Club poke? Hold on. Club poke. Oh, is the knockback dash patched? I think it is. You can't even poke it on the wall anymore. Damn. What if it depends on how high you jump, you know? Like if you jump high, does it change? No, it's straight up jump hit, jump hit. So how are you gonna pause though? How are you gonna time your pause? Okay, that time I did it in 1, so it's not exactly consistent, is it? Not really. Yo, what's up, Zach Silva? Welcome back, man. You remember me saying I would explain the story behind my username if you asked? Yes, there is a story. There is definitely a story, and I will explain it. Bear with me, though. Bear with me. Wait, can't we simply go against the wall and then press X twice instead of doing anything else? Yeah, why don't we do that? Why don't we do that? Unless it's inconsistent and sometimes it gets it in one. Hold on, we're testing. Maybe it was a lot more simple than you thought the whole time. Of course, we wouldn't know that because we never really looked into it. I don't have any longer weapons. No. I got the arm. Oh, the arm pushes you back. Hold on. Not that that would necessarily be any different from the sword. We'll see. Oh, you have to withdraw it every time you try. Okay. And yeah, it doesn't actually hit you there. Doesn't actually guaranteed hit you there. Nor does the sword, to be honest. Is there any place where, any spot that's bad where I will pick it up in one? Because if not, then you simply do two. Like, you do one and then that's your back step and then you do that. Did that work though? I don't know. It might, Astral. Yeah, Zach Silva, the story behind my username. There is a story, in fact. It's a kind of a long story. He's a bit out of breath at the moment. Bear with. The rune is closer on the left? Do you think so? NKR story time. Yeah, maybe we'll get someone else to tell the story. He's told that one a few times. Open the book and tell the story. Oh, you can do that. Oh, is that like to say, okay, you've already read this book? It's not glitched, right? Interesting. The first time you read a book, it will actually open. I see it. Alright, back to what we were doing. So if we press X... Oh, it's a scam though. Sometimes if you press X, it will make him hit the rune. Other times it will take 2 X presses, and that's very inconsistent, isn't it? And what's up with that? Out of curiosity, what happens now? Look at this frame rate, mate. Does it do it in 1 if you're on 30 frames per second? It could do. Look how laggy the game is. You see this? I think it does it in 1 if you're on a laggy console. I think that's what it is. Yeah. So sometimes it will do it in 1 when you're on the good frame rate. But if you really want to guarantee 1, you got to play on lag mode. That's how it works. Just like the Moon Rune one. That's what it's kind of telling me. Similar to that. Like, watch this. I'll hit it now. I've turned lag mode off. Okay, it's a scan. That one was an outlier. We'll hit it again and watch. See? It's a lot less likely when you don't have lag mode to get it in one. So this could be a way to guarantee it. If you don't have it in lag mode, which you obviously wouldn't, then you can do one hit. Maybe you'll get unlucky and it'll grab it in one. Otherwise, you're perfectly set up for this one. And then it doesn't work. Peculiar. Do I more if I'm rotated more towards the wall? More? Do you move more? I'm rotated more towards the wall. Like this? What if I'm sideways? Or like diagonal? Left doesn't even push it. I don't know. I don't know what's going on here. Yeah, more. That's what I thought you meant, yeah. What about this jump hit business? Okay, it's inconsistent. I can tell it's inconsistent. Hence why the backstepping strategy was invented, yeah? So how do we backstep a consistent amount? Can you jump or backstep him? Oh, you can, okay. So... that doesn't really help. That should be close enough, yeah? And then I press X and then start. Yeah, that worked. Yeah, this is it's a weird one, isn't it? It's like when you hit the wall, it's not even consistent how it behaves. Oh, this would be a quick way to heal up, sort of. Maybe. That's even quicker. Alright, so... what is the strategy? What about square attack? Did that double hit, or was that weird? Okay, Barry, we'll still be here later, I'm sure. We'll be here for a couple more hours. Yeah, sure, Barry. See you later. Is it possible to get it in one with square? Because it could be like, okay, do square, then X. So you'd come here, theoretically press square, then X. Is that it? Is that the setup? Could be. I just quit to the map. I quit to the menu. We'll try square X a couple times. That could be the answer. There's a lot of different ways you could approach this. I don't think it's going to be too hard to figure one out. Would be crazy if we got one that worked every time. Like pressing square and then pressing X, you can't really go wrong with that. The rune smuggle above TM. What does above mean? What could that mean? Oh, from the above angle. Yeah, yeah. From the camera tilted. It's kind of hard to see his feet, admittedly. They're quite dark. Also, his feet position change at random. His idle position in that clip. Take a look. His feet randomly move. So you can't even use those as your position for where you're standing. They move on their own. You see? He does fidget, yeah, maybe that's the problem. So, square X? Oh, are you scamming now? I don't get that. I sat there and pressed square a bunch of times when I couldn't get it to happen, and then it does it in one. I don't get that. Is it to do with how close I am to the wall? Is it possible to get closer to the wall than you think you are? Oh, I don't know then. There's no setup with the square X then. That don't work. Raise your shield, he doesn't idle. He crouches. Theoretically, you could crouch and then try and line something up, yeah. Sort of. Gotta be something that's easy to see. Okay, so you can see his right foot, there's a shadow underneath it. You can move that shadow to the bottom corner of that square. You see that? So it's not there right now, but then you can put it on there. Like that. Maybe that's the spot. I didn't get it. Scam gaming. That would have been great. That would have been cool. Because that would have been consistent. You simply hold triangle on R2, you come here, and then you tap back a bit, and then you get scanned. Tap back a bit until his shadow's on there, and then you know you're in. That's the thing right now, we don't have a way to know we're in the right spot. Is there another one we could do? Maybe like in between? We can't go that far back. Free scams? Hooray, yeah. Do love a bit of a free scam. What if the old way is simply the way to do it and that's how it's forever going to be? What if we start D-pad tapping? How about that? What about the D-pad tap strategy? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. 16 or 17, is that replicatable? Does it move him the same amount of distance every time? Okay. Like theoretically you go to like 12 and then he hits it. Does it do 14 every time? No, that was like 9. So yeah, you'd probably have to press down for a single frame like 10 times in a row. No thanks. I don't think that was the number before. $12, $13, $14, $15, $16, $17, $18. Yeah, it's not consistent, is it? What about this angle? That's so bright. That angle's not gonna work because you have to hit the wall. Yeah. Guys, I think the strategy, I already figured out the strategy day one for how to do this. And that's simply going to be the way you do it forever. I can't seem to find a way that's better than that. Somehow he got it first try. Somehow he already knew what to do. As for doing it on PS5, yeah, it does require a bit of adjustments. Because when you're tapping backwards, it's not always the same as PS4 behaves. Like different controller, different sensitivity on the analog stick. Is that it? No. Like it could be, instead of trying to move back a step, it would be like flick the analog stick down so it makes this kind of sound. You hear that? You see what I'm saying? You do that simply a couple times, maybe that's it. Maybe. So I've just done 5 of them and it's not even got the runes, so that can't be it. Damn. You've got to do enough backstepping. But sometimes my 1 is 1.5 and then we overshoot it. But it really is a guessing game. You've got to watch him and watch how he moves. Like say, okay, look, he moved right there and he moved again, that's probably it. And it is. I mean, what if every time I fail it isn't because I didn't backstep enough, it's because I opened the pause menu at the wrong time. Yo, what's up, Big Zeta? Hello, man. Some late night MedIEvil. That's right, man. That is right. We're still going. We have set 2 world records today, 2 world records yesterday, and we're still going. I'm practicing this skip here so that we can get it a little bit more reliably. Trying to work out how this one operates. We want 1 step, 2 steps. That should be it as long as I do the pause menu right. If I do the pause menu wrong, in fact, let's test this, yeah? If I press X and start really quick, like too quick, to the point where you know it's probably not going to work, it doesn't work. Now, what if I purposely start getting setups that are like not going to work, but then do the pause correctly? Let's see if that works. That's 1 step back. I haven't done the 2nd step. That was a fail, as we expected it to be, yeah? Balance based on the hit? Maybe. Maybe. Crypt gate jump. Yeah, that's just a good point. What about that one? You don't like this skip, Zach? In fairness, it could be a lot harder to do this. I think for week 2, it's kind of acceptable. Oh, damn. Okay, it sucks. I'll admit it, it sucks. Yeah, it's alright. Yeah, sometimes I'm doing too much. But I bet you, yeah, if I put the frame rate to 30, I bet I wouldn't fail it anymore. Because it'd be like I'm playing on PS4 and it's like that. See how I was able to do 2 steps back and I'm still not on it? And then it doesn't work? What do you mean? Huh? I don't know what's going on with that. Do not know. Scam. That should be the position, right? And then don't press pause too quickly. Like, theoretically, this is guaranteed. Yeah. Maybe it is possibly, potentially the case that I'm often moving back the correct amount, but the times that I fail it I'm pausing too quickly. You see what I'm saying? I'm pausing too quickly, but instead I'm thinking, oh no, I didn't move back enough. So next time I try and overcompensate, I try and move back even more. You know what I mean? It's like this. You go 1, wait, 1, 2, scan. 30 frames per second, I turned it off, it's okay. It is okay. 1, 2. So this is it, like this is the position, there's no way this isn't the position, yeah? But if I do that, and I pause way too quickly, it's not gonna work, because it doesn't have time to push me back. There is a window where you can pause in. Like, if you pause too early, you won't get it, but there's like a certain window where you pause anywhere during that, you'll get it. As long as it's not too late. So you can wait a bit. Like that. You don't have to instantly do it. You can wait, as long as the sword hasn't hit the wall yet, you're fine. See? Just staring at where the back of Dan's heel is versus where the light on the floor starts? Sure. What if I never turn the camera? I wanted to, like, not turn the camera up or down, so we get a straight, same position every time. The light on the floor. Scan. One, two. Oh, like his left foot. Do you mean his left foot? It's like 1, 2, scan. I don't know if we can actually use visual cues here, man. Visual cues are not seeming to be the ones. There is a circle on the floor. That's where the star rune is. Like, that's his shadow. Every time I got it, I was on basically the same spot. It's 1, 1, 2. Scan. You were looking at the right heel? I was looking at the left one, that's the problem. Okay. 1, 2. Yep. You can actually practice this a bit faster. You don't have to reset once you've got it. Or anything. You don't have to go finish the level and get rid of the rune. Because if it flashes on screen, then you know you got it. So, 1, 1, 2. There we go. Maybe it's all a muscle memory thing. Ignore the visuals, feel your inputs, exactly. That's the same line of thinking I was just getting on right there. That's it. Don't look at visuals. 1, 2. Easy. You can practice this quite rapidly, actually. Yo, what's up, Smilers? How have the runs been? Just got back. We got another world record, man. We got a 33:02. Easy. This is probably the way to do it. Instead of, like, trying to overthink... How do I set this up? Do what's been working, but make sure you got a feel for how that is. Why did that not get it, though? Because I moved back slowly enough. I couldn't go back any further. Did I pause too quickly, then? Is that what's happening? Am I not paying attention? That's pausing too late. Okay, yeah. Easy. I do think that this is the best the setup's gonna get for now. 1, 2. Yeah, I think the important thing here is to not rush it. Like, here's the tutorial, right? You come here, you dash in, you go up against the wall, you get the camera anywhere, it doesn't really matter. Anywhere around here will do. You hold R2, you step backwards twice. It's got to be 2 visible steps, like 1, 2. Don't try and go back a little bit more because you think you're not far enough. Like, there's no point, right? If you do, you're probably going to mess it up. And then do X and pause. Like, stop pressing R2. Take a sec to think about it. There you go. The faster you try and do it, the more likely you are to mess it up. It's okay to take a moment doing it. 1, 2. Let go of R2. Remember what you're supposed to be doing. X and pause at the same... Not at the same... You know what I'm saying. Like that. There you go. There you go. Okay, can we do it 3 more times in a row? If we can, that means we've mastered it, and we'll never fail it again, obviously. I think that was a success. I want to go ahead and say that got it, even though it didn't flash on screen. I think you listen for the sound effect more than what you see on screen. Like, listen to the sound the rune makes when you pick it up, yeah? If you hear anything like that, you've probably got it, right? Surely. Listen for the sound effect, yeah? That sounded like I got it, didn't it? That didn't sound like I quit and there was no sound effect, right? I didn't look at the visual cue there on that time. I simply listened for the sound. Listening, not looking. Yeah, that's the sound. That's the sound of when you get the rune, so that must be it, right? What happens if you quit and you don't get it? Like, you straight up go against the wall. You do a single X press, like not even on the rune. Listen for the sound here. You hear the sword, but you definitely do not hear the rune. Here. Okay, that one's debatable. I heard a sound, but we don't really know if it worked or not. There's no way to prove that one. I've got to go deposit my rune before I try again. Okay, let's keep trying this theory. Let's keep doing it with sound only, and see if we can judge whether we got it or not by sound alone. Because it is possible that I'm getting it a lot more times than I think, but visually it's not showing up on screen. So, okay, here we go. So I'm not gonna look at the screen, I'm simply listening for the sound. That sounded like I got it to me. That sounded like the rune pickup sound. Did he actually get it though? Yeah. I don't know if you guys saw it visually or not. Don't know if it popped up on screen that I picked it up. From audio alone, I knew that I got it. Did you not see it visually? Did it not, like, fly up like it does? Not visually, there you go. So you can get it just by sound. See, every time I was not getting the visual cue, I was thinking I failed it. But maybe I'm getting it a lot more times than you really recognize. Not looking? I heard it. I heard the the sound. Like I can't recreate it, but you know the sound when you pick up the rune in this game. Did I get it? I'm gonna say yeah, I got it, and I did. I actually did, yes. Cheater, yeah. Had my eyes closed, but it didn't appear visually. Visually got it? Okay. Yeah, Oxton's gonna be our guy that's watching visually. I'm gonna be the guy who's listening. And then Astro could be the one that's talking. Thoughts? Listening? I heard that. That's clear. That's very clear. I heard that. That got it, yeah? What did it look like on the visual side of things, guys? You spilt your water. Be right back on, visually got it. There you go. And I did. Yes. So this is the kind of thing you gotta do before you go ahead and put 1,000,000 hours into getting a world record. I've probably been getting the rune and then resetting the level thinking, I missed it. Oh no, the run's dead. And I've straight up already got it. Like, I'm repeatedly doing the trick to see if I've got the rune or not. You know what I'm saying. I'm repeatedly doing it, thinking I failed it, when I'm getting it over and over again. And I just don't know it because we never bothered to check. Listening? But wait, both earphones gotta go in. Listening? I mean, that isn't the quiet ambience of just the sword hitting in the wall. You can hear there's something more to it. Therefore, I'm gonna say, yeah, I got it. And I did. Not visually, there you go. So, that's how you know. It's sound effect. Ignore visually. Yeah, the clang, exactly. Spilled the water, lol. When you hear that sound, even if it's completely faintly, that means you got it. Like, when you don't see it visually, you'll still hear the sound if you got it. What we're saying here is, if it doesn't pop up visually, you got it, like, too early or too late, if you see what I'm saying. If you get what I'm saying, like... Because you hear the sound when it doesn't appear visually, but you get it by audio. The sound is very brief. It hardly has time to play. So you're barely getting the rune before the quit happens. Hence why it doesn't appear visually, hence why the sound is really short. Listening? That's the most clear and obvious one. You probably saw that visually too. I had my eyes closed. You guys on the visual side, you know that you saw that, right? There's no way, if the sound effect played that long, it had to have appeared as well. Exactly, exactly. Exactly. So here's the question, right? Is it possible to hear the sound effects, but then it didn't work? Is it possible to hear the sound effect for like a frame or two and you think, hey, I got it, but then it didn't actually have time to register? Blah, blah. Thanks for talking, Astro. Thank you. Listening? I heard it, yeah. That ain't the sound of the sword. That is the sound of the beginning of picking up a rune. Visually got it, really, on that one. Sure. Should we go do this with the moon rune as well? I think we should. We'll do one more here. This is very clean now, yeah. Not only am I getting it every time, I'm quite literally doing it with my eyes closed. Listening. There it is. That's confirmed star rune. I didn't have to have my eyes open to see that, to hear that. Visually got it. There you go. There it is. Alright, let's head over to Ghost Ship and test it on the harder one. Where the timing's a little bit different. Because I bet there's going to be instances where I get it. Just like this one where I've been getting it and I'm thinking, oh no, I didn't get it. I got to try it all again. In fact, I bet you if you go to some of my world records from these past 2 days, there will be runs where you can hear the sound effect of me getting it. And I've straight up replayed the whole thing to get it again because I thought I didn't get it. I bet you there is. Although this one, it's possible. It may not be as clear because the clubs slam as well. So we're going to have to listen carefully here. Exactly, Augustin. And that's how I looked when I said those things, yeah. So it's a bit less ambient here. So what we're looking for is 2 back steps. Now, we still have to do the 30 frames per second thing, right? Because if I press X here, it won't push it back at all, right? I'm swearing that it will not happen. Jagex. Jagex. Are you telling me it just works now? Is that it? You know how many times I tried to do it on normal frame rate and I was spamming X and he would not push back? Yeah, look. See? But watch this. I'm in the exact same position. Watch this. If I put 30 FPS lock on, watch. See? That is the thing I discovered. That's why we put it on at 30 FPS lock. You see what I'm saying? Visually got it. Lol. So that's the science behind that. Sometimes the club won't push you back if you're on the real frame rate. Hence why we're going to have to keep using it, because we can't be quitting out thinking that the club's going to push us back and it doesn't. So we're in position, we set it to 30. Let's do a sound test then. Is that the right timing? I don't know, let's listen. I'm not gonna look, I'm gonna listen. That sounds like a rune pickup, don't it? That's what that sounds like. I definitely say that's what that sounds like. You heard it? Yeah, yeah. Me too. I wasn't looking. Visually uncertain. There we go. Did it work? It did. How do we get rid of this one? Oh, the moon rune door's right next to me, isn't it? Because it's the... Oh, yeah. True. I was about to go, like, replay crypt to get rid of the runes in my inventory. The door is right next to me on spawn. Because that's how this level goes. Perfect. Standing there with the key to the door, yeah. You see how much I've been playing this legit without glitches. Am I on 30 FPS? I am on it. Look, you can tell. You can tell because it plays terribly. I can't do the jumps. Nuts. Truly nuts. PS4 gaming, you know? I'm in position. Do this so that the club will push me back. Okay, I paused way too early. What do? Do you hold up and then press X to unpause? Or, you see what I'm saying? Like, do you move forward and then unpause and then you'll escape it? You can't escape that, okay. Do you double tap pause to try again for a later pause? If I quit now, I have the rune? Oh yeah, that's fair. So there's no way to test this. So I'll always have the rune. Yeah, that's a good point. Damn, this one's a bit harder to test then. We will have to complete a short level. I'm guessing entrance hall would be faster to complete than going back to crypt on the map. This is basically a mini crypt, yeah. Guys, can you think of anywhere else it would be beneficial to smuggle a rune? Considering it's now pretty easy to do it. Like, think about rune-wise. What's the fastest place to pick up a red rune, a green rune? You know what I mean? Where would you go to get those? If you wanted the fastest red rune in the game, say you were trying to smuggle it for somewhere else, where would you get it? Green has one early in Graveyard 1? True, it is in that little cave though, isn't it? It's in the house. Also, cool technique here. If you want to close this menu, simply press pause twice. That's the fastest way to do it, I believe. Or maybe circle twice will do it as well. So you do this, circle twice? Yeah. And then it's... Okay, I paused way too early. Can I double tap to save this? Theoretically, yeah. And now if I quit to map, I get the room. Yeah. Okay, so you can save it if you mess it up. Cool. Cool stuff. Quickest chaos room might be pulls. Now, surely it's graveyard, right? Like, think if you had the dash. If you went and replayed graveyard with a dash. Visually got it, yeah. I wasn't close my eyes on that one. That was like a test to see if you can recover from an early pause. And you can. Because yeah, the timing is different for the club swing. You want to be pausing so that the club has hit the ground when the game's paused. Then quitting will give you it. You can't remember all the runes? But you made that chart back in the day. You made the big chart with all the runes and where they were located. So that's position, 30 FPS, circle, circle. I paused too early, so can we do it again? Okay, maybe it's even good. Like, if you do the sword timing and then simply double tap pause, you don't have to worry about the timing. You might actually guarantee you get the timing. And then what you could do while you're on the double pause is take off 30 FPS. If you're confident you've got it. Oh, never mind. Ah, really? That's crazy. I bet if you had a save state, I bet if you did, yeah, that would have pushed me back. But because I turned 30 FPS off, it didn't push me back. You lost several brain cells since then? Probably in the negatives now, yeah. Yeah, he's dead. Okay, that's the position. 30 FPS, close that. I think that's enough. I think that's good. Quit to map. I'm listening. I'm not looking, I'm listening. That's the rune. You can hear the rune. Visually, Oxygen will tell us what that was, how that looked. But I'm gonna go ahead and say I got it, right? Visually uncertain. There we go. I'm convinced I got it, because by audio, you know. I heard that rune being picked up. I know what that sounds like. And he's got it. So we're not relying on visuals. We get the setup. We know where it works with the timing. And then you simply listen. I haven't had an instance where I failed it when my eyes have been closed and I've been listening. I've never had a moment where I said, hey, I didn't hear the sound effect at all. I've also never had a moment where I thought I heard the sound effect and then I didn't have the rune. Do I think I got it? I did get it. I did get it. If you're being a bit of a snail, though. So you come here, backstep, backstep. Put on this. Theoretically, I've paused late enough. I think a double tap now would mean the rune gets caught during the double tap. So probably you want to go with quit to map on this one, yeah? Listening. There's the rune. You can hear that too, so clearly. That isn't the sound of the club hitting the wall. That's the rune. Oh, do you think I've got it? Like the rune smuggling as a whole? I think so, yeah. I think we've mastered it. Visually uncertain? Wait till you see these visuals, huh? See? So, the only way now to fail the rune smuggle is to backstep too much, where you pick it up prematurely. Or, specifically for the moon rune one with the club, it's if you completely misjudge your time to quit. It's been proven that if you swing the club too early, you can double tap pause and you can come back. If you are an unpause away from hitting it and you say, hold on, I think I've got a double tap, then yeah, that's the only other time you can fail it. When I already have it, yes. I don't know what you're talking about, but yes. Okay, I'm on 30 FPS on it. Look, you can tell. You can tell because I simply can't get the jumps. We're on PS4 mode. Okay, so I've... that's a tough one. I paused too early, I'd say, but maybe a double tap is going to be too late. Let's see. Yeah, double tap was too late, so... That's a rough one. That's a rough one. So what do you do then? Do you do it like the sword every time? Do a regular sword and then simply double tap? Instead of trying to time the club one differently? Abuse the muscle memory for the sword one? I wasn't closing eyes there, I'm pretty sure I got it. I visually saw it. Visually uncertain, really. Well then, I don't know. Eh, still got it. Yeah, that's the only thing we got to figure out here. The only remaining thing is... do you simply treat it like it's a sword? In terms of timing? And then do a double tap on the pause to get you to club timing. Like, surely that's more reliable than trying to swing the club and then like, okay, when do I pause it now? I think I pause now. And then it's like, wait, which side am I on? Am I too far away from getting it, or do I have to wait a bit longer? Right, Oxton, right. Hmm. Is there a better way to get up here? I've experimented, like I thought you could jump directly from here. You do like a that. Or maybe you could even go straight up. Not even doing the climbing and simply ignore the fact that the enemies are after you, and if you get it quick enough, maybe it's fine. Let's try that. Maybe you wouldn't want the pressure of the enemies being on you though. Like, that's a bit of pressure, right? He's coming for you. That's a double tap. Hold on. Oh, there's the game lag differently. If there's enemies there, the double tap doesn't take you as far. Okay, you have to avoid the enemies. Do it so far so I don't know they need to spawn, yeah. Unfortunately, it's looking like that's not the case. Did he hit me out of the way? Yeah, that's a problem then. We're quite lucky that we got this setup here then for the climbing. Can we mesh down and the analog stick to go faster here? Without accidentally messing up the volume or whatever. What settings can I go left and right on? It's the camera speed. And these ones there. So if I go down, 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 and then mesh analog after I get past that. That might be faster. So we're in position. Back step, back step. There we go. And then it's sword timing, double tap. Oh. Is that another double tap? Ah, I don't know. Hey, sure. I must be getting it next frame. I'm either not getting it at all or I'm getting it next frame. Yeah. Exactly, Oxen. Yeah, you don't really want to be on a crazy run and then that happens and it's like, which one is it? What's the right move? Do I quit now or do I go for another pause? Visually got it, yeah. I think even the found moon room text appears on this one. I wonder if you could do rune smuggles elsewhere as well. Like, think about it. Graveyard red rune? Skip some of Hilltop? Maybe? What else? Time device is solved. Ghost ship we don't even use runes. Haunted ruins we don't use runes. Crystal Cave needs a star room. Yeah, I think there's a reason though why guys are doing Crystal Caves normally instead of... What am I doing? Are we doing this? I guess I'll do a practice of this. I forget where I was. Forget what I was doing it. Forget what I'm here for, you know? It might be the health, but it could be because it's faster. We should time it, shouldn't we? We should time... Okay, I've got to go into Crystal Caves versus, okay, what if I smuggle it? How did I do that on 30? I mean, if I did it on 30, I might as well leave it on 30. I'll scam. Changing it from 30 FPS to this one, it's like when you put a YouTube video from 144p to 1080. The difference is pretty huge. But I don't want to. I want to do the back steps before I do that. 1, 2. Is that even 1, 2? Yep. Like that. Turn that on. I don't know. I think that's a double tap, but then I might be wrong. Okay, I slammed it with a double tap, so that's it. Huh? You did not backstep enough. Guys, this skip is kind of rough. The more complicated I'm making this setup, the harder it's getting. Probably what we want to do is simply wing it like we've done with Forever Ever Run. You think so? Well, like, is everyone coming on? We might play some of that tomorrow, man. Yo, Colmos, hello, man. Welcome back, man. Do we turn off show subtitles? Are there ever subtitles even in the game? Should we simply turn that off so it's visually easier to see if 30 FPS is on? I think we should. Why did I turn it on? Look at that. Wow, okay, sure. Sure. So we're gonna do that, turn that on, and then... I'm starting to think doing it like sword timing creates the opportunity to mess things up. If you trust the club timing, like that's hit the ground. Huh? What was wrong with that then? Visually uncertain, yeah, like, what? I didn't get anything. I didn't hear anything, I didn't get anything. Visually, everything's wrong. I didn't get a thing, and I know it. But why not? The subtitles in the cutscenes, but they're not needed in the speedrun? Well, there we go. They're off. Oh, I'm not supposed to do that. Yeah, I'm supposed to do the back steps, yeah. 1, 2... That's not it. 1, 2... That's it. Quit the map and then listen. That's so blatantly clear, I got it, yeah. So, the finalized setup for this one is going to be... Get there, backstep, turn on 30 FPS, swing club, watch for club timing, when it's hit the ground, on your pause, that's it. Quit the map, you're done. This one is a little more tough than the Star Road, it's a bit more advanced for sure. You may not be on, I like. Well, maybe I won't be on either. Maybe we'll both not be on. Did you see that? I swear I just moved through the... You know how when you go for a loading zone, he walks? I swear I just dashed through the loading zone. Is that possible? Is that a thing? Yeah, like, the dash is still going through the loading zone. Is that true? It could be. I'm on the 30 FPS, that's why it's playing awful. That's why it's playing weird. That's what's going on. Yeah, I'm imagining that. Why are we trying with the club instead of the sword? Because the sword, for whatever reason, can't knock you back in that position. In fact, in truth, the club can't knock you back in that position unless you were playing on PS4 or you got the frame rate set to 30. That's the only way. Early before 3:45? I'll probably be here all day, man, so... We might be able to work something out. we get in. Back step, back step. Turn that on. Oh, that one's a double tap. I pressed it too early because I wasn't focused. I was trying to rush it too much, so that's it. Double tap. Quit the map. Okay, I didn't hear any sound effect, guys. Thoughts? Thoughts on me completely failing it for no explained reason? Visually, nothing. Heard nothing. Although I was using one earphone. I don't think I got it. And I didn't. Why not, though? It's a backstep issue, yeah? I didn't backstep far enough. That's the only way that could have been a fail. That's gotta be it, yeah? Backstep, 30 FPS. That's too early of a pause. The double tap, the slam. This should be it, listen. Nothing. Huh? Visually nothing. What are you doing? I don't get this. How have I failed it twice in a row, right when we've said, okay, we've figured it out? I don't get it. Scam. And now I'm trying to overcompensate by backstepping more. And all that results in is more fails, you know? Knack almost definitely confirms that the club slammed the ground on that one. I felt it that it slammed it, man. I'm sure it did. Oh, I just spawned in that guy. That was bad. Yeah, we always do the backsteps before 30. Maybe I did it in the wrong order. Maybe that's what happens if you do it in the wrong order. So we go here, here, up here, 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 dash jump. I would say that might not be far enough backwards, but I've got it pretty in a rushed way before, so this should be okay. That didn't hit the ground, but... Ah, yeah. What do you do? I think a double tap pause would get it. So I'm gonna trust quit the map. That worked, yeah. That worked. You heard it. I had my eyes closed, but you heard it. Backstep while holding shield. We have tried this, actually. He behaves a bit weird. Visually uncertain. So in a run, I would have said, oh no, I didn't get it. But I did get it. You saw the yellow effect? There you go, then. Oh no, we didn't get it. Yeah, I guarantee you I have done a smuggle in one of these attempts recently. Where visually it didn't show up that I got it. But if I had known that it's audio you're looking out for, what the hell was that? Then I would have been able to know that, yeah, I got it. I don't have to retry and go for it again because it did work. Yo, what's up, Kexo? Thank you for the good luck, man. Welcome, man. Not that I need it. Yeah, true. Appreciate it, though, man. What's up? Guys, one more time. One more time. We're going to do it with closed eyes. And we're going to listen for the audio only. And I'm going to say, did we get it or not? If we're right, then you know we were right. Something. I'm tired. Jagex. Yeah, just one more time to reveal that actually I don't understand this at all. That's usually how it goes. Before we had it fully understand it, let's do it one more time to confirm. And then suddenly it behaves in the way you've never seen it behave before. Okay, here we go. So 30. I don't like this one. I'm not paying attention to the pause timing. I don't like this where I've got to guess the pause timing. You see what I mean? I got it alright. What do I have? Yeah, what's up with PK? Happy weekend. What's up, man? It's indeed the weekend. What's up, man? Welcome back. Alright, pay attention here. It's just like the other smuggle. Make sure you're doing the timing right. And this one's got a different timing, so actually do that, you know? I've not done it. Like, I paused late, but it's still too early. Double tap? That was not a bad... That was a bad double tap. I got the moon room, but not smuggled. Yeah, I got it, but not that... Not the thing we wanted. Fake runes. Okay, so X pause, yeah? I'm gonna go ahead and say that was it. Because I paused a lot later. The club is about to hit the ground. That's when it's gonna push me back. Eyes closed, listening. You heard the rune. Visually, you might not have seen it. Maybe you did. I don't know. Let me know. But I'm pretty sure... I got it. I'm gonna go back to crypt, and we're gonna do crypt one more time to make sure that we have that one down. Visually uncertain in brackets, I got it, yeah. Yeah. I do think so. There we go. And this one. Listen. That's the sound of a rune being picked up. I'm pretty sure. And we go back in to confirm. I should have both runes now. Visually got it. There you go. See, I could do it with my eyes closed. We'll listen to them for the sound and nothing else. If you hear this, this means you failed it. If this is what you hear, you messed up. You don't hear the rune at all, yeah? You gotta hear the rune. One more. And then I think, honestly, we have mastered this, and the only time we're ever gonna fail this is if I'm not paying attention. Listening? There's the rune, you hear that? We can't prove whether I got that or not, but you know I did. You know I did. And yeah, maybe the moon rune club timing will be tough. Maybe that would be kind of tough to work out. Like, there will be runs where I forget and I time that wrong. So that could still get me in the future, but we have a much better understanding of how to do that now. Good stuff. Good stuff.